Hi, welcome back. This is Anna Gigi Joseph, and today I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful fantasy flower out of wafer paper. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do this shading. See, shading on these petals. Now before we start, please do click on the subscribe button and also the bell button so you can get more updates from this channel. This is one of the plants, Adena plants that we have in the house. So look at this color. This is what inspired me to do this type of flower. Well, what I'm making is just a fantasy flower. Okay. So I wanted to show you the close-up of this flower. As you can see the shades. Like if you look closely, you can see the light pink and the white, and then you see the darker pink on the edge. So that's what I want to focus on in this video to show you how to do this with airbrush. Now here I'm using a light pink and a darker pink shade, but you can use any shades. You can go for a lavender and purple, or you can even go for a dark pink and maroon. So the choice is up to you because it's just a fantasy flower. So let's talk about wafer paper. So here I'm using 2 sheets of wafer paper, and I'm going to stack them together. Now the wafer paper has a smooth side and a rough side. I'm going to put the rough and rough side together so that we have the smooth and the smooth outside. Okay, we need actually 5 petals. So each petal will have 2 pieces of wafer paper. So I'm going to cut them together. That's why I have stacked it like this. So I'm going to use a cutter to outline my petal and then cut it, and I'm going to cut it 3 sets at a time. So the cutter I'm using is just a cutter. Actually you can use any type of cutter. You can use these cutters. This is a rose cutter. You can use that. This is a peony cutter, one of the peony cutters from the peony set. It's a fantasy flower, so you can use any cutter, and for this video I'm going to use this particular cutter. I'm going to use my pencil and outline the shape of the petal. Okay, and then I'm going to use my ruler to outline the strip that I have to cut. So using a nice pair of sharp scissors, I'm going to cut a strip. Okay, so I have my strip here, and I'm going to cut 3 sets at a time. Okay, so this is one set. That is the second set. And this is the third set. Okay, and then I'm going to stack them and I'm going to cut them together. Make sure that you have a very good pair of sharp scissors, because otherwise the cut of the petal will not be very neat. Okay, and also when you cut, only cut 3 sets at a time. Don't go for more, because then again you need your petals to be nice, clean cut. Okay, so I have cut my petals. So this will be the first set, this will be the second set, and this will be the third set. Now I need 2 more sets to get my 5. So I have my 5 petals ready. Each petal has 2 sets of wafer paper. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to do the veining and the wiring. Okay, so for veining I am using these kind of hard veiners, which I'm going to put in my details, a way to get these kind of veiners in India. Okay, so there's a small one and there's a bigger one. So if you're doing a bigger flower, you can use the bigger ones, but I'm going to use a smaller one. Okay, and then you need water and a flat brush. This is a number 6 flat brush. okay, and then you need wires, floral wires. This is 28 gauge, so I'm going to use 28 gauge white floral wires, okay, and I'm going to cut them in 5 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So one wire we can get 5 pieces, and that's what we need. We need 5 pieces. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do the veining and wiring. I'm going to take one petal, okay. So I have the rough side and the rough side open, okay, and I'm going to dip my brush in water. We need only very little water, but make sure that you brush the whole petal, okay. Once it's done, you just place your petal, the wire there, and place the other petal. So now the rough and the rough is together, sticking together, and the smooth will be out, okay. Carefully take it up. So this is smooth and this smooth, okay. I'm going to put it on my veiner. This is a hard veiner. It's very good for wafer papers, wafer paper flowers. But if you have a regular veiner, you can use that also. You just have to place this between the veiner and just press it, okay. So there you go. Slowly take the petal off, and can you see the veining? It's beautiful. Now we have to set it. So how you set it is, you take those plastic spoons, you just place it in there, veiner up, okay, and just keep it aside, and it will dry. Probably it will take like 30 seconds to dry it. It dries very quickly, okay. So just leave it there, and then do the rest of the petals. See? So I have my 5 petals ready right here, and it's drying nicely in those flower formers or spoons. You don't have to go for these particular type of spoons. You can go for any plastic spoons, okay. You can even have flower formers you can use. So just need that curve. So these are drying nicely. So meanwhile, I'll show you how to do the center of the flower. This part, how to do this part, okay. So for that we need flower centers, because since I'm using the pink color, I thought I'll use the pink centers, but you can use any color, okay. You can get these in craft stores or online, and where I got these from is actually on the description box if you want to know, with the material list, okay. So what I did was, I just took one set and I just folded it into 2. I just folded it, not 2. So that's my center. Now if you want to have more bushy center, you can use one more set, okay. And you need a piece of 18 gauge wire. This is 18 gauge, okay. I'm going to use my wire cutter to just make a hook, so that my flower center can stay nicely, it doesn't slip off, okay. And I'm also going to use string to secure my flower center. So I'm going to just put this here like this, okay, and I'm going to use the string and tie around to secure it to my 18 gauge green wire, okay. Okay, oops, my gloves got in between. and I'm just going to secure it like this, 2 knots. Okay, and then cut the rest. Okay, and although this is secure, I'm gonna re-secure to make sure that it doesn't go anywhere. So I'm gonna use a flower tape or gum tape. These tapes already have gum in it. When you stretch it, that's when you activate the glue on those tapes. Now there are different colors. You can get green, there's different types of green, there's brown, there's white. It's up to you depending on what color you want or the design of your cake. You can choose whatever color you want. Okay, so I'm not going to use the whole width of the tape. I'm going to cut it in 2. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. I'm just going to make, let me put the string away. Okay, and I'm going to cut it, and I'm just going to make sure that it's all in the same level. Okay, there you go. And I'm just gonna make sure it's on the same level, and I'm gonna press it, and with a good pair of scissors I'm just gonna cut this in half. Okay, like this. Okay, there are flower tape cutters available in the market. If you want, you can use that, or you can use this method. Okay, so I have 2 tapes here, and I'm going to use this green tape to re-secure my flower senders to the 18 gauge wire. So I'm going to take the tape. Okay, I'm going to take off my gloves for this because it's very hard using gloves to secure this. So here you go, you stretch it, and then you just stretch, roll, stretch, roll, and after maybe 5 or 6 rounds just secure it, and there you go, your flower sender is secure. Okay, right, so this is your flower sender. So my petals are all nicely dried. See, it's dried up. So next I'm going to show you how to airbrush them in that shade that I told you about. Okay, so I have just a piece of butter paper that I have put on my workspace because I don't want to stain my workspace. Okay, so here I'm using an airbrush machine by Magic Colors. Okay, and this is a portable one. Okay, very handy to use, and I'm using the colors pink from my collection, Anna Gigi Joseph Chef's Choice of the wafer paper. Okay, and I'm using pink from that collection, and then I'm using bright pink from Sugarlane. Okay, this is a airbrush colors. Okay, and okay, I think I showed this you know, upside down. So this is the Sugarlane Chef's Choice wafer paper flower colors collection. Okay, in pink color. Okay, so first we will be using the light color first. Okay, so this is the pink color, just a few drops is needed. Okay, and you take one petal, hold it, because we will be airbrushing just the bottom. Okay, so let me just keep these aside. Okay, so turn on your airbrush and just lightly color the bottom of the petal. See? Okay, and do that on the other side also. See, that's it, very lightly. Okay, keep this aside, take another petal and airbrush. Okay, continue doing this for the rest of the petals. So this is how the petals will look like. Okay, it's beautiful as it is, but I'm going to show you how to do the darker one. Okay, so now I'm going to use the bright pink airbrush color. Again, just a few drops is enough. Okay, keep that aside. Turn your airbrush on and take your petal. Make sure that you hold to your petal like this. Okay, and then I'm just going to airbrush just the tip. Okay, see, that's it. And do the same on the other side. See how beautiful it is. This is how it should look like. Now again, if you want to make it a little more darker, make sure that the petal is dry, and then you can go for another coat of color. Okay, so I'm going to do this with all the petals. Hold on to the petal by the stem and just concentrate on the edge of the petal. See, do the same. Make sure that you do on the other side also, because when you put it on a cake or an arrangement, you never know how it will look like, because since it's a flower, it will be seen from all angles. So make sure that you do the other side also. Okay, so that's it. See how easy it is to color your petals with airbrush. Okay, so we have these 5 petals. Okay, it's already dried. Okay, so let's put our petals together. Okay, so first what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend my wires so that it's easy for me to set it up to my flower center. So you hold on to the bottom, okay, of your petal and just bend it slightly. Okay, do that for all 5 of them before you start setting up your petals to the flower center. Okay, now take your flower center, and I have my green tape ready that I had cut in half. Okay, you take your first petal. Now what I'm going to do is, it is easier for me to set it up if I don't have this much broad bottom for the petal. So I'm just going to cut it and make it short. See, so I'm going to do that for all petals. Be careful, okay, not to cut too much, just the edge, so that it's easy for me to set it up, arrange it. Okay, there you go. And last one. Okay, so I'm just gonna, okay, I'll clean it up later. Okay, so take your first petal, place it onto your flower center, okay, like this, and press it. Take your tape. The first petal is always tough because now you have to secure your tape and your petal together. So that's one round. You stretch it and then roll it, and the first time do it 3 times. Okay, do the roll 3 times. So now my petal is secure. Now take the other petal next to it and do the same thing. Make sure it's secure. Okay, since this is wide, we can always arrange our petals even after we set it up. Okay, see. Now the third one, and you repeat that for the other 2 petals. Okay, and the fourth one. There you go. And last but not least, but I need some space here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just move my petals a little bit, but make sure that you don't move your petals by touching here. Move your petals by touching the wire part. Okay, otherwise the petal will just break. So put your last one, the fifth one, and secure that. Once you feel your petals are secure, just finish it off by rolling this till the end of your petal wires. Okay, like this, and just finish it off. So now you have your petals ready, but we have to arrange them, right? So again, like I said, you can use your fingers to open up the petals. See, and you can see that I am using my fingers, and I'm touching the wire part, not the petal part. Okay, and then open it up, and then open up your flower center, and there you go, you have your flower ready. See, very simple and beautiful. Okay, hope you enjoyed this video. Please do comment and like, and I will be back with more videos like this. Until then, bye.